Hi everyone, this is Shalu Kumar again from OSCE Nurse Training Cambridge. I'm an experienced OSCE Nurse trainer for the NMC OSCE exam in UK and also the lead trainer for OSCE Nurse Training Cambridge. So I am back with another video for you today. So if you like my videos, please press the like button now and subscribe to my channel. So today's video is giving you top tips about your planning station, okay? Because this is a written station in your exam and lots of nurses find it quite challenging and it is actually there are quite a lot of fails on planning station in your exam centers. So hopefully these top 10 tips are gonna keep you on track and get you past this station first time for your adult NMC OSCE exam. So let's get started. Okay, just a little refresher. Planning is your written station. It's about you writing two very clear care plans about the nursing needs you have discussed in assessment station and your two relevant nursing needs for that patient scenario. Third thing is you will have already done the assessment station and also the implementation station for this patient already. So you would have already done their admission, you would have already given some drugs to this patient. So it's the same patient now you're going to write some care plans on. And the fourth thing is you will be given your assessment paperwork back and your implementation chart back, drug chart back to complete your planning station. So you can refer back to those stations because we are talking about the same patient here. So another thing to tell you is if you haven't watched my other videos which are on planning and other, I've done a journal one on how to complete a care plan, and then I have also done different ones for different care plans in community and other settings. So please go and watch those videos first. So this video will make a lot more sense to you, okay? And the link for those videos are in the description of this video below. Okay, so please go ahead and watch those first. Okay, let's get started with the top tips. Like first top tip then, I'm gonna show you on the screen is the front of your template. Okay, this is your examiner asks you to read this before you start your station, before the 14 minutes have started. So make sure you are paying full attention, okay? Just not assuming it's the same patient, same thing which was in assessment. No, because your patient may have moved on in their journey. So make sure you are paying full attention to the information in the box given, and also you are paying attention to any new instructions given to you underneath the box regarding patient current status. Like for example, I've used a patient here for hernia repair scenario. So again, this is not real patient name or anything. I've just only made it up for teaching purpose. So James Fernandez was admitted this morning for elective hernia repair. Now he had his hernia repair and he's back on the ward post-operatively. And now if you look underneath, I've highlighted that examiner wants you to write about two post-operative problems, okay? Even though when you admitted James in your assessment station, he was pre-op, so you may have talked about pre-op problems, but now they're asking you to write about particularly about post-op nursing needs. So it's really important that you complete post-op nursing needs for your care plans. If you still talk about pre-op problems, it would be a critical fail. Your care plans should reflect the post-operative care for your patient, okay? So it's really important, and I can't tell you how many people make this mistake and don't pay attention to detail and then go ahead and talk about the pre-op nursing needs and then they fail the exam. So it's really important that you're taking current status of your patient and reading those instructions carefully. Okay, number 2. Sign, add name and date to both pages as soon as the timer starts. Now, why? Because it's really important. If you haven't done it in the beginning and then you're panicking at the end and your time is running out and you did not manage to sign both care plans, or you signed one and didn't manage to sign the second care plan because the timer just went and your examiner said, put the pen down, you're not gonna pass this station, okay? So if you have forgotten to write something in your care plan slightly, they may still pass you. But if you have not put your name, date and signature, is a critical fail, okay? So make sure as soon as your timer starts, you make sure both care plans are, you put name, date and signature. Normally in nursing notes, we always write first and then of course, in practical situation, we write a date and sign after, but just for your exam, please do it. Remember to do it as soon as your timer starts. So that would really help you that you don't make that critical mistake. Number 3. Choose two relevant nursing needs which are related to your patient scenario for API. So that's what I was already trying to say to you, is that pay attention to the new information, and also here we're talking about the nursing needs. They have to be relevant to your scenario. What I'm trying to say is, if the pain is not relevant problem for your given scenario, whatever scenario we're talking about in exam, then don't write a pain care plan. If the mobility is not an important problem for your patient and they're mobilizing okay, then don't write mobility care plan. Okay, so you really need to write two care plans on two nursing needs which are important nursing problems for your patient. Like for James here is simple. I have written two nursing needs, as you can see on the screen. First one is James is experiencing pain at the surgical site with the pain score of 5 out of 10 using pain tool 0 to 10, where 0 is no pain, 10 is the worst pain. And the second one I chose was that James is at risk of developing surgical site infection due to hernia repair. Okay, so again, these are two relevant needs to this scenario, but that doesn't mean they will apply to every scenario. Okay, so you really need to choose two nursing needs very carefully which are relevant to your patient, and for that you need to think about your assessment station. What did you discuss with your patient in assessment station? Because you would have discussed about the nursing needs, and also your patient overview history form, which is given back to you in this station, will give you guidance. Check the present complaint section in that and make sure the nursing needs you are writing definitely are the presenting complaint for your patient. Okay, so that's really important. Don't choose anything which is not relevant to your scenario. Right. Next, we're going to talk about number 4, aim of care. Now, aim of care is what you're trying to achieve regarding that particular nursing need. So, aim of care, I have already done the previous video on planning station where I talk a lot more about how to write aim of care. So, please go ahead and revise from that video. But what I'm trying to say here is very quickly refresher. Aim of care is what you're trying to achieve regarding that particular nursing problem. So, if the patient is experiencing pain, so James is experiencing pain, so your aim should be to reduce the pain. If he is at risk of developing wound infection, your aim should be to prevent the wound infection. So it is about what you're trying to achieve, not how are the interventions. Okay, that's what you write in the interventions. So lots of people get confused here. It's not how, it's what you're trying to achieve. Okay, so number 5 is set appropriate evaluation for both patient problems. It means you have an evaluation section on your care plan, and it's asking you how often you will evaluate that nursing need. It's not evaluation of the nursing care plan. It is evaluation of that nursing need. How often you will go and look at that patient regarding that nursing need. So again, watch my previous video where I talk in like quite detail how to complete this section for a hospital patient and also for a community patient or for a post-op patient. So please go ahead and watch that video first, because that would make sense. So this is just a little refresher here that you need to set appropriate date according to your scenario, whether your patient is in hospital or in community. Okay, so number 6, only write evidence-based practice and relevant nursing interventions to that nursing need. So it means is all your interventions should obviously be according to that nursing need, should be related to that nursing need, and evidence based. It means it should be current and evidence based best practice. It means is, like say for example, I'm writing a care plan about reduced sleep. Okay, so my aim is to improve patient sleep. So, and I write in there, I will provide my patient a hot glass of milk before going to bed to improve sleep. Now, is that evidence based? Is there any evidence? Is there scientifically any evidence that hot glass of milk is going to improve somebody's sleep? Yeah, it might work for you. It might work for your family, for your friend. But is there any evidence behind it? Is this proven current practice? No, it isn't. But if I then, so that is definitely a critical fail. Don't write anything which is not evidence based. So I'll give you another example now. So say you are, encourage or advise patient not to drink caffeinated drinks, caffeine like tea and coffees, after 6 p.m. in the evening to reduce sleep disturbance. Now, is that evidence-based? Yes, of course it's evidence-based, because it's proven that caffeine is a stimulant. So it is evidence-based, okay? So that's what I'm trying to say. So whatever you write has to be evidence-based and related to that nursing need. So it's important that you stay focused and on track. Right, so we're going to write, next one is number 7, which is no abbreviations, no acronyms. So you're not allowed to use any abbreviations or any acronym. So if you're talking about a drug which is given twice a day, you don't write BD, you write twice a day. If you are talking about physiotherapist, you're referring your patient to a physiotherapist, you can't write PT, you have to write physiotherapist, occupational therapist, OT, speech and language therapist in full form. So okay, so whatever you write, there is no, you are not allowed to. The only 2 abbreviations you can use is the news to and GCS. Okay, so they are not expecting you to write full forms of news to and GCS, so you can use those and refer to those, that's fine. But everything otherwise need to be normally written, not in abbreviations or acronyms. Okay, so that's really important, and it's part of your marking criteria. All these top tips are basically your marking criteria. Okay, that's what your examiner is looking to mark you and pass you on this station. Okay, so next one, number 8, only use professional language and be specific and clear. Professional language means is whatever you write in patient notes has to be professional. So don't use slang words, don't use just informal language, so that's not right. So again, like I see lots sometime written in the care plans, proper or properly, I will teach proper technique for hand hygiene to my patient. What is proper is not a professional word. So if you're trying to say to prevent or reduce infection, I will teach my patient correct technique for hand hygiene, that the word is correct. So use word correct, not proper or properly. That's not professional language. Or like talking about patient family and saying difficult family, again, that's not professional language. So just be careful about those things and try to be formal and professional in your language, the way you write, no slang words in there. Okay, so that's really important. Okay, number 9 now, ensure strike through. I'm sure you will end up making some mistakes in your care plan and you will have to make corrections. Now, all errors, by NMC standard, all errors should retain legibility because it's a legal written document. So anybody should be able to tell what was that word which you corrected and who corrected it. So first thing is, to retain legibility, it only has to be single strike through. So you're allowed to put 1 line through. And who corrected it means your initials on the top. So it should always be clear in the patient notes who corrected, who made that error and who corrected it. Okay, so single strike, if you do more than 1 strike, is a critical fail. If you don't add your initials on the top, it's definitely again a critical fail. Okay, you are not writing the correct word on the top of your mistake. No, you are putting your initials and your correct word will go next to your correction. Okay, not on the top. Top should have initials. So that's really important. And then number 10, write clearly and legibly. I can't tell you how many people fail this exam station because examiner can't mark their care plans because they can't read it. If they can't read it, how are they going to mark your care plan? So make sure you practice writing. These days, we don't write that much with pen and paper. We just tapping on our phones or on our laptops. So go back to basics. Pick up your pen and paper and start writing and get your family or friend to check it that they can read it. If they can read it, then I'm sure your examiner will be able to read it. Then you're fine. So it has to be neat. It does matter, okay, handwriting. And now the bonus tip is coming up, and this is really important tip because lots of people find it very difficult to manage time for this station because it's quite challenging. So you got 14 minutes to complete 2 care plans. Okay, so that's 7 minutes each. So your time management should be splitting the time equally with both. And second thing is practice. So make sure you practice with a timer. Make sure you have done enough revision. Exam is not the time to think about current practice or interventions or practicing your nursing needs now. You should have practiced all your care plans before going into exam, all your different nursing needs and how you will write interventions. So in exam, you can be calm and focus on writing correctly. So that's important. Second thing I was saying, splitting your time equally between the two. So that's 7 minutes each. How many times I see nurses just completing the first care plan beautifully, absolutely wonderful care plan, but they spend 10 minutes on it. They only left themselves with 4 minutes to complete the second one. So they never complete second one fully or correctly, and that's still a critical fail. So it's no benefit of making your first care plan absolute, like, you know, just very detailed, too detailed maybe, and it's not necessary, and then not leaving enough time for second care plan and leaving it incomplete. That would still not pass you the station, okay? Because the criteria is both here care plans have to be complete and accurate for you to pass station. So don't try to split your time equally, okay? 7 minutes each. Keep an eye on the timer. That's very important and practice. Okay, so we done the timing. So these are my top tips, and that was my bonus tip. So I hope you like this video and hopefully follow through with these top tips, and you will be fine in your planning station. And like I said, just revise my other, you know, do the revision through other videos which I've already done. So if you like to know more about our OSCE training, you can email us on oscenurstraining@outlook.com. Also visit us as oscenurstraining.com, our website, and I will soon be back with another video for you. And don't forget to like my video and subscribe to this channel. Bye for now.